Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to ADQ's Renaissance. I would like to apologize for that cut off earlier. Um, Riverside sucks. If you work for Riverside and you happen to be listening to this, y'all suck. You seriously suck. Um, so I am coming at you live from Podcastle, utilizing the services of Podcastle and here on the streams of YouTube. By the way, please like, subscribe, and comment and share ADQ's Renaissance. Like and subscribe channel ADQ here on YouTube. My audio version and my video version is here on YouTube now. So your boy's a YouTuber. So I want to talk about I am. Those two powerful words. I am. That's the name of Nas's. You know, anybody who knows me knows that I love Nas. Virgos. That's the title of Nas's third album. I am. Right? I am. That is an affirmation. But before I get into that, I want to talk about Donald Trump. It is my personal belief that the politics that directly affect you, me, anyone in Greensboro, anyone in Winston-Salem, anyone in Des Moines, Iowa, anyone in Baltimore, Maryland, the politics that directly affect them is local politics. Who is the city commissioner? Who is the governor? Who is the mayor? Who is the county commissioner? Etc. Etc. The school board has my largest interest, me being an educator. Um, what's going on nationally? What's going on nationally is a soap opera between two old people who want to vie for being their respective parties' mascot. Now, mind you, Donald Trump actually did have a lot of power when he was in office, but you know, there was a certain ceiling that he could hit. Um, Joe Biden, I believe that through executive orders has a certain amount of power, but I don't think that he has kind of like the move and everything that Donald Trump did because Joe Biden is on a clear cognitive decline. Um So the other day, Donald Trump became the first ever former or sitting president to ever become labeled as a convicted felon because he was in court for a hush money trial. I think the accusation is him using campaign funding to finance the hush money that were being paid to Stormy Daniels. I think that's it. I could be completely wrong. He wouldn't be the first politician to use campaign funds for some debauchery. However, since it's Donald Trump and he is public enemy number one right now, he was prosecuted, tried, and the verdict became guilty. 34 counts, right? 34 counts. So this is where I, as a man who has lived in North Carolina for 38 years, right? I just look at all of this and I think to myself, okay, okay, if he's guilty, put him under the jail. If he's guilty, prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. However, there's two opinions, three actually, that are going around right now. There is the Republicans, the Trump Republicans, well, actually the Republicans who see this as a bad thing, who think that Trump's prosecution is politically motivated and he really did nothing wrong. I mean, hearing Trump call himself an innocent man was a little wild for me. But You have that. There's that collective of people who believe that Trump is 100% innocent, and this looks bad. And actually, when you look at things on a global scale, it does look bad because the United States of America has prosecuted and convicted a former sitting president. So why should the United States of America be taken seriously in trade deals, and foreign policy, right? Especially when the guy who is enacting the former policy doesn't even know what day of the week it is. And I do not say that jokingly. I say that like seriously. Does Joe Biden really know what day of the week it is? Um, So the school of thought that would come from your more liberal crowd would be that Donald Trump is a racist, he's a misogynist, he's a fascist. He led a coup of the January 6th riot over on Capitol Hill. His ascension back into power is a bad thing, and it can mean the end of the world. I'm laughing because how many times have y'all said that it will be the end of the world because of who occupies the White House? Um, so let's be completely honest, right? What's the third school of thought, right? Here's the third school of thought. If you're from the black working class, if you're a Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, Pan African, black working class individual like myself, you could really care less. You look at all of this and see it as what it is, entertainment value. Donald Trump, before he became president, before he entered politics, was an entertainer with a highly rated reality show who has made uh, cameos in select motion pictures. When I see Donald Trump, I don't see a politician. I don't see the president. I don't see a dictator. I see that. I see an entertainer who has amassed the amount of power that we give entertainers, in which we never should. Also, does Trump speak more to the working class than the Democratic Party? Yes, he does. That's why the white working class flock to them. And that's why if you add, I promise you, if you go through the hood, if you go through certain black areas and ask them about Donald Trump, guess what? Guess what? Liberals, they're probably going to be more in favor of Donald Trump. Now, if you're in favor of Donald Trump, listen, this is coming from me. If you are in favor of Donald Trump, I have no beef with you. I have no beef with you. There's people who say that if you're for Donald Trump, then you're a racist. Guess what? If you're for Joe Biden, then you might be racist as well. because because let's be honest, Joe Biden is more responsible for the incarceration of black people than Donald Trump. That is just absolute facts. When you look at the record of both of them. Now, is Donald Trump an angel? Absolutely not. He's not. He's not. Absolutely not. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why if you're part of the black working class, you got to just come to the conclusion that neither major party has your best interest in mind, and they just want to get your vote. That's it. They're going to convince you that not voting or voting for this person, that person will into world domination, and it will just be bad things all around. Me, I don't go for that boogeyman narrative. I really don't, yo. Like you want to say make America great again. Let's just sit back and think about that. Has America ever even been great? I say no. Why? Because the idea of America came when colonizers imposed their way onto already occupied land occupied by indigenous natives and you went to Africa and you committed a genocide in order to take that land, and you went to Africa and got a group of indigenous people from there, i.e., my ancestors, brought them here on several boats in which disease, defecation, torture was taking place. Um, the name of the first ever slave ship was Jesus LeBuck. Um, and you put them to work and had them build this country right? And continue to persecute them and continue to persecute them through Jim Crow, through slavery, through police brutality, all the way to present day. Um, Not only that, but America has also been guilty of of invading foreign lands in the name of imperialism and killing, harming innocent civilians. All for oil, all for blood, whatever. I am anti-imperialist. I am anti-war. You came for Dr. King when he was speaking against the Vietnam War. I know that the Vietnam War meant big bank for the crooks in DC. So why are we propping up anybody that is holding political office in Washington D.C. like there's some benevolent savior? These people are absolutely crooked and sick in the head. So that's where me, as for me in my house, I could care less. I don't care. Yo, who's on school board? Who's the mayor? I'm looking at these two extremely old white men in who are going for the White House. Three if you want to include Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I'm like, yo, whatever happens with them holds very little bearing on my life. If anything, I get the trickle down version of whatever decision they may make. So that's just my spiel. Um, just know, just know, it is a very, very strong possibility that Donald Trump can run the country from jail. Donald Trump can become president from jail. That's a possibility because he is still very much able to vote in 49 of the 50 states, Florida being one of them, which he lives in Florida right now. Not only that, but he is very much able to run for president. He is the presumptive GOP nominee, and his sentencing is actually 3 days before the Republican National Convention. So again, soap opera. Now, let me see how long did I spend on that? 13 minutes. All right, so let's switch gears here. I want to talk about I am. I am. I am. So, one thing that there is an overindulgence of in 2024 is people saying I might, I can, I can't, I will. No, no, no. How about I am? I say that because one thing that one can do that could really, 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 irk me, aggravate me, and tell me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When really you have no plans in place to do nothing. Actions speak louder than words, right? Um, yeah, before I went on my weight loss journey, I posted on social media saying I'm going to commit myself to a diet and exercise program and lose weight. And guess what? I did it. I lost 118 pounds, gained a little bit of it back through because I do push-ups every day. Like this morning, I did 240. Go me. Um, but I actually did it. Like I remember hearing someone say, I want to look like this, I want to lose this much, but you're laying on your behind, you eating and everything, you eating a bunch of garbage, and you have not committed yourself to any type of program that would result in you living a healthier life. Me, on the other hand, I did. I walk, I exercise every single day. Yo, um, now this is where this whole mentality of I am comes from. First of all, it comes from scripture. Let's see. Comes from scripture. Let's go. I'm pulling out my Bible and I'm going to James. I'm going to James. Once I find James, it's like, James, where are you? Here we go. We're getting there. We're almost there. Here we go. All right, so it says so. Here we go. It says so in James 4:2-3. You desire but not. Hold up. Let's start at verse 1. James chapter 4. What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? Ooh, you desire but do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. You have not because you ask not. When you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. Are your motives for attaining what you're trying to get right? My motives for losing weight, my motives are I want to live a longer, healthier life, and I want to be in less pain whenever I take 3 steps, and I wanted to stop breathing really hard, and just I hate the way I look. If I want to be in a play, it's because I have a strong creative gene inside of me that will never go away. Therefore, put me in the play. You know what I'm saying? You have not because you ask not, right? Um, but so I would say that in attaining different visions and desires for oneself, we all should need to check. We all need to check our motives. What are our motives behind doing this, right? And also know, like it says in James 2:26, faith without works is dead. I can wish to the high heavens, Lord, make me thinner, Lord, make me rich, Lord, make me a husband. But ain't none of that gonna happen if I don't put no work behind it. You know what I'm saying? And for every excuse, you need to have at least 5 solutions, because excuses are like buttholes. Everybody has one. Well, most people have one, and they stink. So we all need to take the excuses away and find the solutions, right? The solutions to what it is that we wish to attain. And also, I am. See yourself in that space. We all are, we've been made in the image of God, right? Right? Therefore, we have very, very, very reflective powers of which the Creator has. But we cannot channel that unless we know knowledge of self. If you know who you are and what your capabilities are, then forget staying in your lane. You're going to put yourself in whatever lane that you belong in, that you desire. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, right? Am I making sense here? Am I making sense here? Therefore, the world is your oyster. What did Nas say in the song? The world is yours, right? But do you know it, or have you settled for a mundane, monotonous, uneventful existence where you are just going to work so you can pay bills and stay floating? Yo, I speak I speak negatively of that life because I've lived that life. I worked at Walmart for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? But while working at Walmart, I was recording rap CD. I was blah, blah, blah. Get it together, Q. I was recording mixtapes. I was acting in plays so much, right? So then it took me having a breakdown at work where I decided, yo, this life ain't for me. I am done. I am done here. So I decided, yo, I need to accomplish this in order to get to where I want to be, right? And perhaps I need to go to college. Shout out to all community colleges. I thank God for community colleges because I went to Forsyth Tech and got on my college path. So I went to Cleveland Community College in Shelby, and that's where I earned my adult high school diploma. Yes, remember, ADQ is a high school dropout. I dropped out of high school when I was 18 years old because I had no vision for my life. I thought I wanted to be like the biggest gospel rapper ever. Jesus Lord. I thought I wanted to be the biggest gospel rapper ever, but I always wanted to be an actor because I just thought about how I would react to plays and um like seeing the trailer of Rent or seeing Dreamgirls and just how it really struck my soul. But here I am, I'm in a small town and I really have no access to that world. So I put myself in that world. You know what I'm saying? I moved to Winston-Salem. People were telling me, Adrian, don't move to Winston-Salem. Sometimes you gotta reposition. No. All times you gotta reposition yourself. If you ain't getting where you at, then you need to move to where it's at. Moved to Winston-Salem. About a few months later, I'm in Susico. 15 years later, now I'm in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. You like my shirt? Look nice, don't it? So, I've majored in theater at UNCG at Guilford College because at some point I started seeing something in myself. I saw the artist that I am. And I stopped saying I will, I can't. It's I am. I am. I have stood in classrooms teaching. I am an educator. Yeah, I'm also a high school dropout. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to see beyond what you see, and you have to look deep down inside and have knowledge and have enough knowledge of yourself to know just what your potential is. And stop talking about it. Excuse me. I'm sorry y'all had to hear that. Stop talking about it and just do it. Like the Nike slogan, just do it. And if you fail, great. Get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Failing's fun. So many lessons in it. So I'm gonna read a couple I'm gonna read this from Brother Nuri Muhammad's incredible book, The Mathematics of the Mind, because Brother Nuri Muhammad will be the first to tell you that the greatness of which we set out to attain in this life starts from a thought, right? So check this out. This is from the chapter Thought is a Seed. When we think constantly of and on, when what we think constantly on, of and on is the negative, what we are doing is asking Allah, God, to grant our request for the negative. If it starts in the mind, then it's going to manifest. This negative thought pattern, cycle of thinking, represents the real desires of our heart. Oh, Allah, please surround me with negative people, negative circumstances. Please give me negative situations and events that can help me produce the greatest catastrophe you can muster up. Whatsoever a man soweth, the same he shall reap. Shall he reap? Whatever a person believeth or asketh and believeth, they shall receive. Our problem is that we have never connected asking or sowing to thinking. Thought is a seed. When someone says a person dropped a seed on them, what does that mean? What does this mean? No one places inside of a man or woman's ear a physical seed. What the seed represents is a certain word containing a particular electrical charge that went into the mind and produced the thought in the person's head. Therefore, if dropping the seed is another way of saying forming a thought in someone's head with a word, then thinking is sowing. Thinking is requesting. The law of attraction then means what we think we can bring into existence. Your life is your mind turned inside out. The law of attraction can be summarized as a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so is he or she. What the world represents as the law of attraction is an idea devoid of the essential parts, which then creates a false yet profitable market, where it is necessary to buy books and attend seminars to learn more. They have deceived people into thinking that all one must do is sit around and think about whatever they want to be, do, or have. This gives the false idea and hope that if they sit still and think about things hard enough, these thoughts will form ideas, and my ideas will begin to clothe me with everything I want to be, do, and have. This is the core of mystery God belief. If we do nothing, good will just magically appear out of the sky. However, a do nothing mentality will produce a have nothing in reality. I highly recommend getting this book, The Mathematics of the Mind by Brother Nuri Muhammad. I love the Nation of Islam. Uh I love I love most of their teachings. So if you're thinking in your mind that you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. Yo, I'm not a good, I'm not a great singer. And I'm not a great dancer. When I dance, I embarrass us. But there was an opportunity to be in this play. And I just said, what the heck? I'm going for it. I've done that many times in my life. Sometimes it's worked out to my advantage. Other times it hasn't. When it does, great. When it doesn't, hey, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Or maybe I didn't fight hard enough for it. So know who you are, know your abilities, and just go for it. Stop spending your entire life clocking in and spending all that time at that job that you hate, and find what is the you that you love, care about, and know. And if you don't love yourself, then here's another challenge for you. I want you to look yourself in the mirror before you touch your phone, before you touch your phone, before you touch your breakfast, anything. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and start your day with 4 things that you love about yourself. And you guys search hard. Some of y'all guys search really hard. Start your day with 4 things that you love about yourself. All right? 4 things. Me, I love that I am so youthful. I love that I am so positive. I love that I am so artistic. And I love me. I just love that I am me. I love Adrian Quarles. How many of y'all love yourselves? Hmm? Hmm? So, about to get up out of here, but before I do, it's June. Therefore, it's Pride Month. I want to say to my friends, my brothers, my sisters, and everything else in the LGBTQIA plus community. I love you. I stand with you in your right to live life how you wish. I love you. I thank you, because there was once a point in my life when I was a very, very, very homophobic and transphobic person. But you all have been patient with me. You have been loving with me. You have been graceful towards me. And I greatly appreciate it. I love you all. And you are celebrated and loved no matter what month of the year it is. All right. So, yo, I'm ADQ. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel ADQ, and come see me in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. Once again, the dates are, let me pull up the exact dates and time. Bear with me. Beautiful, the Carole King musical, June 7th through 9th. We open on Friday, June 7th through 9th, 13th through 16th, and 20th through 23rd. The Thursday through Saturday shows will be at 7:30 p.m. Sunday shows will be at 2 p.m. Plus, there'll be June 15th and 22nd shows at 2 p.m. as well as the 7:30 p.m. shows, double headers basically. So tickets start at 7:30 at the ticket prices starts at $13.50. Hit up www.ltofws.org for more information. Come through, man. This musical right here, I'm playing the Drifter. This musical right here, it's not must see, it's can't miss. It's not must see, it's can't miss. You will hate yourself for missing this musical. I guarantee it. Okay, come see it, and then go see Bad Boy. Shout out to everybody over at Camel City Playhouse doing Bad Boy. Nothing but love, nothing but love. I'm ADQ. Thank you all for tapping in. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.